All right, let's see what we got here, man. I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. Okay, let me personally welcome you to come here, and I really mean every letter, every word, every sound of it. And the reason why, I guess, you'll catch on to it as we go along, but ultimately, for me, because the very essence of what I'm doing here involves you. So by you being here and me doing what I do for you, your essence. I'm talking too much. It is that type of day. That's how I'm feeling. But anyway, I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, before I even get to me being a spiritual healer, let's address the name L'Esprit so you guys understand what I mean by it, right? So the name L'Esprit, to translate that into English, simply means spirit. So I am claiming myself. I am putting myself in a position, to call myself all of that good stuff, meaning spirit. This is calling myself as this from a level of acknowledgement of knowing who I am, but most importantly, also for me to understand how I'm serving you, why I'm here, you know what I'm saying? So, in so many words, I'm telling you, nigga, you in good hands, man. You came in the right motherfucking place. You came in the right motherfucking channel, nigga. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do, man, you know what I'm saying? Sit back, relax. You're gonna be alright. You already been alright, nigga. Mm-hmm. So, let's get right into it, man. So, L'Esprit, spirit, and of course I embody the name. And of course, you know what I'm saying? It was what it was. But anyway, let's just proceed. And just so you guys know, this is your first time, you're probably gonna get a whole lot of this in terms of, some random speech, me saying certain shit. But you also gotta keep in mind, like, this is my fucking channel too. Like, this is where I really get to suck my own dick. So, with all that being said, but what I will guarantee you though is that there's gonna be something valuable for you here. Oh yeah, I promise you that. That I put my life on it. And you never go against the house. Because you gotta understand, like listen, dealing with the house, it's like the house is a symbol that represents yourself. When you go against yourself, listen, man, it's not a good sight. There's no growth. But anyway, I'm not here for all that. But even though I always say I'm not here for all that, but the conversation in itself is all that. So listen, when you're talking about all that, I mean, at some point, I'm gonna have to be all that. Do you see what I'm saying? So, just fully being transparent. Hello, how are you? All right. So, fully being transparent. And man, let's have a motherfucking good ass time, man. A big part of me doing what I'm doing here, man, is to help you to elevate. Each one teach one. That elevation out of love, out of, okay, this is how I got to make myself better. I hope that works for you. Or if it doesn't work for you, you having a mirror, a reflection that shows you, listen, at least you would know the key is you. And truly, and to be honest, that's truly what I'm saying. Like, I want to let you know this is all about you. You are the way. And it doesn't matter which way you choose to go. We know it so much so Isn't that why, if you're Christian, then you're trying to recruit from other people who don't believe like you? When you get them to believe like you, what do you say? You're doing God's work, right? You converted them. Well, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's all about the transformation. It's all about how you think. And that's very important for you to understand, because the way you're thinking or your thinking translate into your actual life. You know, this is not offensive saying when people say, as a man thinketh, so he becomes. This is a matter of fact. That goes for everybody, including myself talking to you, anybody you happen to be talking to. You know, you must radiate who you are for you to be who you are. That's why saying that you're down with Jesus means nothing if you're not radiating that. If you learn anything about the story of Jesus, wherever he went, people knew there was something with this guy. People knew, hey, there's integrity there. Although you may have not fully grasped yourself, if you found yourself in those type of situation, come on, man. God is in your life. And you can only find yourself in that situation because God is in your life. But anyway, oh man, so much to say. But the nature of the conversation we came here. But anyway, let's just start over, right? So as a spiritual healer, now you know that my name is Spirit, but most importantly, you know, as we go along, I'll tell you more about it. But also, it's another way for me to be transparent to you too. You know, just so you know what is it exactly that you're getting from here. You know, you're not, hey, this is what this is. This is what this is. Do you know what this is? So, but anyway, so as a spiritual healer, ultimately, and so far as I've been trying to break it down for you to get to see different aspects of yourself, then what you see happening or taking place with those spiritual healers is that they became the enlightened ones. They became the Christ, Buddha-like, Christ-like, whatever the fuck. But if you pay real close attention, what you'll see, although they may speak in different languages or, you know, referring to different things, and this is what the magic is all about too. So I want you to keep that in mind. This is why, do you know why in the Bible it says a fisherman recognized another fisherman? I want you to understand this. To be a fisherman, it is something that you do. It's not something that you say. Yes, you may say it too. But for the most part, for that to be qualified as you being a fisherman, it's something that you do. So those of us who's been doing shit, we recognize another nigga who's doing shit. This is why, without me getting way ahead of myself, I mean, I'm pretty sure it has not happened. Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson talking about life, what they had to learn from what they went through, or even what sports taught them in life, and then now they're applying that into their lives. Let me tell you something, my nigga. That has not happened yet, or maybe I didn't see it. If it has, well, I will guarantee you one thing. It's gonna sound the same. It's gonna be different, but it's gonna sound the same. Kobe Bryant wanted to learn from Michael Jordan. At the end of the day, yes, they go in different routes, but ultimately, this nigga said, I'm not calling him Black Jesus. He's gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to guard him. Now, granted, you may say he was being a little bit hard-headed, and I could see that. But what was truly inspired in that statement was him claiming his manhood, bro. Was him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you guys, I suck my own dick. I had a feeling this nigga started, he sucked his own dick too. He wouldn't say it the way I said it, because I just don't give a fuck the way I said it. Hey, I be on my nigga shit. But if you get it, you get it. But I understand. In so many words, me saying I suck my own dick, a lot of my ancestors suck their own dicks too. And they said it, not in the way that I said it, obviously. It wouldn't make a difference if they said it the way I'm saying it. I understand the way they say it. I'm saying it the way they're saying it. But I'm translating that shit into my own world. Which is what? I suck my own dick. Man, I'm giving out so many jewels today. But anyway, don't worry about it. I'm feeling generous. It's just another day for me, just so you know. It's just another day for me. That's what I do on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Love. This thing called life. Appreciation for life. Appreciation for my own development. And people, oh, nigga. Hey, listen. I'm overqualified for this job. I told my guys, listen, niggas, I'm overqualified for this shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why at times, when I be having my little thing with them, I'm like, shit, nigga. Yes, that is, listen, I talk my shit to the heavens. I want you to understand how much I be talking, how much I be sucking my own dick. So much so, man. All right. Now, if this is the first time, I do apologize. I'm already getting out of character. I'm not really apologizing because, listen, this is what you're going to get. You still got time, man. It's only 12 minutes in, nigga. You got time to get the fuck out. You got whatever the fuck you got to do. But this is going to be one of the ones, though. But anyway. So as a spiritual healer, but most importantly, not just a spiritual healer, it took for me to get to know myself. Understanding the process, my own development. How did I arrive to even attain a highest level of understanding? Or how did I become more aware of what's around me? Then I understood, listen, I had to be mentally and emotionally balanced. Why? Because when we talk about being emotional, it has an impact. It does influence how you see things. But better yet, the biggest thing here that I want you guys to take is that our life on here, your understanding of this life, has to do with your inner development. Yo, you do not need no motherfucking scientist, no quantum physics to come tell you this reality is not what it seems. You have life experiences that had always been exposing that. But see, the thing is, again, you have to wake up to it. There was not a time, a minute, a second where the truth was not around you. The truth has always been around you. It was just a matter of you. Are you ready? Then when you're ready, then you're like, oh, yeah, motherfucker, all of that. So I'm saying all of that to say too, when you look at, you know, how your emotions have an impact on how you see life, then it's a practical matter. Let me say this again. Then it is a practical matter for you to resolve that. Meaning, for you to understand your pain, for you to care about your pain, for you to transmute your pain. That is your prime. That should have been, or I would say for me, that was my devotion, my priority. And of course, I'm taking it on a whole other level now. But nevertheless, I'm helping you to see where that shit sparked from, where it stems from. Me even talking to you now is not a coincidence. So I'm saying that also to say, depending on where you at in your development, if you come across this, nigga, put your work in, do what you gotta do, man. It's all part of the process. Enjoy it. My God. I think I should say our God. So, then I understood, that's why, even though I will be talking about spirituality, but it's always a time for me to open it up at that moment. Because when you understand your emotions could sway the way you look at life, could change your whole path in life too. Can you imagine a nigga that been bit by a dog? Do you see how this is creating a whole different life path for you? Nigga, would you go to a dog tournament? You're gonna go in the walk with other niggas that got dogs and be like, oh my God, can you believe? This is what I learned from my dog. And then they said, oh yeah, you did that? Oh my God. And then you like, what? You don't want to hear that shit, Sharif. But this is why it's important for you to understand, for you to master yourself, to fully become awakened. You have to understand those aspects of yourself. This is why you need to understand how your mind is being shaped. This is why you need to understand, like, the conditioning that you are surrounding yourself with. Like they say, people tell you to be, to be grateful. You got to go through some shit. But now, I'm saying that to say something totally different. I'm not even sure if I even need to say that, but it is what it is. I'm feeling it. I'll say it. Man, no, not yet. Not yet. But you're in good hands. Love is love on this side. What we really talk about here, man, truly is us. I don't want to say figuring that shit out together. Or nor in a sense of, I got a big dick, I figured it out myself. Those would be all true though, by the way, just so you know. Those will be all true. But there's something greater than that. Shit, even me doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no clouds. There's nothing you subscribing to my channel is going to add to me, bro, that I don't already have. If anything, you would just be a manifestation of what is already taking place here. You being a witness to this. And that's truly what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your eyes open. Keep watching. If that's the way you learn, that's the way you learn. But hey, keep watching. But now going back to what I was talking about though, like in terms of our essence, listen, man, it's not as 1, 2, 3 or as, rigid as a lot of us. You got to look at ourselves, man. When you go to the motherfucking, let's just say, the hospital, they treat your body like it's mechanical. Think about it. And I'm not the first one to talk about it. There's a nigga called Clotaire Rapaille, a French nigga. Great marketer. He break all of that shit down. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and think about it. We work out, we give our body protein and all that shit. We treat this shit like a fucking robot, bro. But here's the thing. I had to give you guys a little bit of bad news. It's not it. It's not true. I mean, all the way true. I mean, you're just focusing on the lowest part of us. Or yourself, or your body. Because if that was the case, listen, man. You don't understand. Okay. Why do you think you have a teacher in every class, like in every grade that you go to? Shouldn't you be saying to yourself, I already know how to read and write? Why do I need a teacher for? I want you to understand that. And if you never ask yourself that question, I want you to ask yourself this question now. Why is that? That's because the book that you're reading, your growth, man, I'm going to say it slow. It's not academic. Your understanding, this is why spiritual motherfuckers, we tell you, nigga, meditate. Your transformation and understanding takes place through what I call those aha moments. This is how you're waking up to shit. This is why, if you don't know, I'll tell you for my case, or for myself. There has been book, and nigga, I am well versed. Do not let my accent fucking fuck you up, nigga. I'm very well versed in fucking French, in Creole, and in motherfucking English, nigga. And by being well versed, I don't mean to say I speak it better than you if you're a fucking American. Nah, nigga. Have it. I don't even want it. But when it comes to understanding this human thing and how we interact with languages, now that's what I have mastered, nigga. This is why, I'll tell you what, it's not even okay. If you listen to hip hop from New Orleans or the West Coast, whatever the fuck that shit is, and big up to that nigga Brother Panic, because he did talk about that too. But I want you to get understanding of what I'm saying. When you hear Dr. Dre, you hear the Wu-Tang, they are different. But let me tell you what you do know and what you hear. You know these two different sounds came from niggas. When I heard stop it like a drop, you know what I'm saying? Them New Orleans niggas, when them niggas came to the scene, this is why these niggas were telling you, hey man, we're letting y'all niggas know we here. The whole Cash Money movement while around hip hop was taking place. Nigga, I'm trying to get you to see a bigger picture. Whew. But most importantly, I'm giving you that cheat code. But anyway, you don't have to. It's all good. Hey nigga, I'm doing great. Hey, but now, you know, our essence, it can't just be robotic, bro. If it is that robotic, can you just suppress some type of shit that you feel? You can't. If you go see a shrink, that's why they tell you working it out. You know, that working it out, you know what that means? You are transforming that energy. Of course, that's not the language that they use. Respectfully, I got it. They don't want to be spooky. And somehow, I hope I'm not sounding spooky to you, because there's nothing spooky about this. This is your motherfucking essence. Okay? So there's nothing robotic about you, in a sense. Like, giving instructions and then, no, nigga. You know, if that was the case, you wouldn't have to do your shadow work. Do you know what your shadow work entails? It entails you having a conversation with your younger self, with the wounded child. If suppressing the shit was gonna work, man, nigga, I wouldn't be here. Because a lot of you motherfuckers have suppressed your fucking emotions. And then guess what? Life gets harder when you do that. In fact, that is the fucking very, by essence, the definition of narcissism. To suppress your own fucking emotions. There's nowhere on earth where that shit works. This is why when I'm talking about spirituality, it goes beyond than just beliefs. It goes beyond than just fucking religion. You thinking this way, me thinking that way. No. That telling you, you thinking that way, that is true, but has an impact on your life. So you might as well master whatever the fuck you think that you allowing in your mind. Now, this is where, now spirituality, this is where the masters comes in. This is where our ancestors comes in, yo, trying to give you the game. And ironically, that's what I'm doing. And that's what they were doing. So as I'm doing this too, like, this is why Jesus, the whole Jesus shit, you got to carry your own cross. This is the materialization of you. You show me anybody who've given their life to God, who had an easy life, who's having a comfortable life. So when you have the Sufis or the Rumi telling you, hey man, do not pray for an easy life. How is that against God? But you wouldn't be able to see it that way because you were trained to look at what is called God just in one way. And then you also have a book that tells you you have to go by everything that I say, otherwise that's not the right one. Then you get all hype to tell me if this is not coming from this book, then I ain't saying shit. Wow. Listen, my friend, I don't think this is even an argument that I'm even willing to do with you. So, listen, this is what we mean by the truth. You have to wake up to it. Even Jesus, who was popular, who came to save the world, he was not for the world. Has he been for the world? Why did he have to say the darkness didn't receive the light? Listen, the message is right in front of you. This is not, I cannot be for everybody. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ask Mike Lowry. I'm tripping. I'm wilding. But I'm also very excited, man. Because, you know, and this is what too, man. Like, I always like to take my time, you know, before making a point, talk some intellectual shit for you motherfuckers to be like, oh, okay, I see what they're saying. Oh my God, this nigga's a smart nigga. Nigga, slow it down so you can get your life ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? You got to slow down for you to get ahead. This is why this is not for me to front. This is why the very thing that I'm doing here It's not about your validation. This is about understanding. Because you got to wake up to it. So what fucking clouds can I get from this? But a bigger question would be, would I even need it? Oh, I'm sucking my old dick already. I'm good. I am motherfucking great sucking my dick. So again, what is this all about? Elevation, understanding, love, compassion. When you see me coming out, that's what we're doing over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. I mean, I never said it that way. I mean, I'm in my feelings. And you don't have to trust and believe nothing. This emotion is well balanced, nigga. Don't worry about it. Yo, mind your business. Mind your business. Even to address this type of conversation and to bring light in that, it's in itself, is showing you self-control, the learning process. Man, nigga, let me shut it down. Come down for a second. I'm being too much today. Oh man. Yo, the downloads that I've been getting today, man, it's just fucking incredible. But anyway, let's get back to the subject at hand, because I feel like we got something good we could work on, though. You know what I'm saying? But then again, the whole, learning, transforming, man, this is life experience. I mean, it's a big part of life. When our ancestors telling you, man, we learned from nature, we worship nature. That's because they were wise. They understood nature was reflecting something in their lives that even though they didn't have the understanding to see, but by looking at nature, nature was telling on everybody. Nature would be like, bitch, you think you a nigga? You know what I'm saying? The end of the month, nigga. So if that's the case, and if it's the end of the month, there's no reason any one of you want to be like a man. But I get it. Because we're living in a society where women values are not valued. And that's what I was trying to tell you guys. Then now when you have the feminist movement now, what this is representing is, those men qualities. So in other words, what they're truly doing is, by them telling you, I could do this, I could do that, whatever the fuck. Yo, what they're truly saying is, I could be a better nigga than you. I can be a better man than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guys who try to be like females, we call them gay. Not even that. Let me just say this. Oprah, who became who she is. I mean, do you know any man who was inspired by Oprah? I mean, if you're a bitch, yeah. And I'm not trying to say it like that, like you cannot be inspired by a woman. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying Oprah in terms of, where you want to have a talk show because Oprah is popular? You want to be as popular as Oprah, nigga? And if you do, listen, I'm not going to go against you. If you were to tell me what's wrong with that, there's nothing wrong with it. Besides you not being in alignment with you. And this is where you may feel a little bit funny Because you would have to say, am I being sexist? Like, listen, I would tell you this. We have what is called in our culture the battle between the sexes. And masculinity versus femininity, what guys want, the whole Kevin Samuels, all that good shit. Right? Isn't that being reflected in our relationship? Now here's the crazy shit. Then now you have niggas, let's just mention like Kevin Samuels, who came in the game, they say, you know what? I understand this pattern. I understand this misunderstanding. Then let me be honest with you bitches to tell you what is it that men wants. Do you notice, regardless of what you say to a woman about what a man wants, they don't listen? This is why I be telling you niggas when I talk about like Kevin Samuels, when I tell you niggas, this nigga don't mean shit to me. Not because I don't understand him. That is truly because I have a great understanding of who he is, what he does, and what he do, and how he do what he does. That's why the credit that I give him goes beyond what you motherfuckers are telling about this motherfucker. Because if you understand what I just said to you, is that women don't care about what you like, what you don't like. It's not something they haven't heard before. Do you notice the so-called pro-masculinity women? Those are the women who have developed their own femininity. Let me say that again. So, if you think you're doing some shit or you being smart by letting a bitch know that she's average at best, somehow you are getting them to reflect on who they are, it does not work. If it did work, well, you show it to me. You show it to me. You show me the fucking statistics. Now, I'm not saying you may not have a few bitches that may say, oh, I'm glad that I listened to him. Or he helped me to keep my husband. If this nigga helped you to keep your husband, do you know why? That's because you were already leaning towards your own femininity. Because what that nigga was telling you is that if I'm telling you men is different, if you can't see that a man is different, that's because you're not in your femininity. I'm sorry to say it. Well, I'm really not sorry. If you're the type of bitch that say, oh, niggas fuck, why can't I fuck? You don't know who you are. You don't understand femininity. You don't understand yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? You're just another motherfucker like the feminine movement who want to be a better nigga. Oh, he does it. Why is it not? Why can't I do it? This is what your argument is. You envy and jealous motherfucker. He did it. Why can't I do it too? I want to do what he does. In other words, oh shit, this is getting ugly by the second. This shit is getting ugly by the second. Let me take myself out because I really don't want to talk to you that way. This is why, regardless of you becoming Oprah in this masculinity world, you don't mean shit. Fuck you and Oprah, nigga. And not just that. Oprah, okay, stand for that feminine shit. Listen, the women who work for her complain. Not even that. We're talking about black bitches. Oprah is a black bitch who is torturing other black women. Am I being too harsh for you? It's okay. It's okay. I got it. I understand. You want me to be soft on you, huh? Mm-hmm. To have, what's her name? Taraji? Whatever the fuck. When that last movie came out, like, I'm like, God damn, Oprah? Are you serious? That shit don't even make sense. That shit don't even make sense. This is why I'm trying to tell you motherfuckers, man. What you have there, her doing her thing, yo, a woman would never acknowledge you as a man until she acknowledged herself. If you can see the differences between you and the men, okay, let me put it to you this way. If you can see it. And the difference is, and hey, there we go again. The difference is it's not meant to say this is better, this is less. This is better, this is less. No. If you're looking at it from that perspective, you got it all fucked up already. Like, in one of my recordings, I remember I did say I would rather listen to a pimp. What I was saying by that, it wasn't that, okay, I want to exploit women. No. Listen, man. Just like if you want to talk about white people made the best out of you and still making the best out of you. So much so, you addicting for you to be white. Light-skinned bitches, however you choose to translate it, they got the best of you. You gotta speak like them. You gotta act like them. Like over here, that's why I tell niggas over here, nah, it's not like this on this side, nigga. Now, if you're talking about wisdom, nigga, African niggas got this. Been having this. You just gotta understand the writing on the wall. And that's what I represent. But anyway, I'm just in my feelings. I'm in my feelings, nigga. Oh yeah, I'm all the way in my feelings. So now, that has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? But this is, in gay couples, they have not black, let me stop. I want some bullshit. They have a masculine and a feminine. Which gay couple do you know? You want to choose guys or gay guys or lesbians? There's going to be either or. So that should tell you that gender goes beyond dick and pussy. So when you're trying to make it a thing of dick and pussy, it's like, even, listen, check out the Kabbalion. I think I'm being too nice. The Kabbalion would say that the Kabbalion could speak for itself. But the level of understanding that comes with the Kabbalion, to let you know about the law of gender, you cannot get rid of gender. Why the fuck am I talking about this shit anyway? What the fuck? Oh, yeah. This is where I'm going with this. Again, this is a true life transformation. I'm trying to get you to see it from different angles, even when I'm talking about relationships, I'm talking about gender, all of this, because the Kabbalion, what they're doing is self-mastery. And by self-mastery, it's you understanding that you are spirit, and then you acting in accordance of that. And of course, part of the mastery now, it's like I told you niggas, listen, open up a third eye, rites of passage, the type of shit that's what they call indigenous, or, niggas been doing for years, nigga. Because our teaching was not, about this fake world, but it was about you. That's what if you asking out loud what was your spiritual or your African spirituality was about. That's what it's all about. And that's what you can see. And if you don't believe me, that's what you see still taking place. But because of your ignorance, you don't process it that way. A lot of you guys talk about voodoo. When you talk about voodoo, you talk about witchcraft. You're talking about somebody sending a spell to you, somebody hurting you. That's what voodoo is to you. Or if it's not that, then it's a ritual of a dead, a chicken head less. Let me tell you, if that's what you think of voodoo, nigga, you don't know what voodoo is. Because the very definition of the word voodoo in itself, it's to go within your introspective. That's why in voodoo we use the word mystère. You know what mystère means? The mystery, the mystics. Like the occult saying mystics, then we say mystère, us Haitian niggas. But what is that referring to? It's referring to the aspect of us that is the mystery, that we don't fully know. Come on, man. If you want to lie to yourself, go ahead and lie to yourself. But in terms of who you are, the development, you catching up to yourself. I know I had to catch up to myself. It's like I'm already here. Now I'm understanding why I'm here. That's what the second matrix was telling you niggas. Well, you didn't come here to make a choice. You already made the choice. Then if you understand that now, this is when now you're going to have to question the oracle. And I went through that path. This is why a lot of you fuckers don't get the second matrix, because it requires elevation. Whereas the first matrix didn't require you to elevate. It required you to be familiar. Let me say that again. The first matrix required you to be familiar with your traits. And this is exactly what motherfucking The Secret did. McDonald's did. Any great marketers, they understand we're not here to create anything new. Steve Harvey, think like a man. What the fuck is and act like a lady? Is he telling you something new? What was he telling you if you go into college that you were not already doing? Not just going to college. I'm not saying you shouldn't be going to college. I'm trying to get you to see the bigger picture. I'm trying to get you to understand the collective consciousness. When you see niggas like Derrick Jackson, who step in the game, hey ladies, you are the prize. They're giving you something you already got. This is where, in so many words, when we're talking about Kevin Samuels, in so many words, I gotta give him that. But at the same time, when I understand the nature of the message that he was saying, then I'm like, nah, the nigga was about his views too. And I'm just saying his views too, to be nice. This nigga knew he had a show. In other words, with any nigga that had a show, if you calling on that nigga's show, you never gonna be right. Nigga, this is my show. You gonna be right on my show? It doesn't make sense. And this is not even egotistically speaking. That's just the way it is, man. You don't beat a nigga. That's why you always gotta respect the house. Respecting the house has nothing to do with, let me just say this, it has everything to do with you respecting yourself. But it has nothing to do with something external. I guess that's what I was trying to say. But anyway, getting back to the conversation at hand, oh shit, man, I think I'm gonna make a part 2 of this shit. Because there's so much that I'm unpacking, but I also felt like it's necessary to talk about. Not necessarily about the conversation, but it's needed. So I'm saying all of that to say, the very essence of how we operate, the way we learn, the way we grow. Stop generational cursing. Oh, the law of manifestation. You could manifest. This is all telling you and all bringing you to the conclusion that you are not as physical as you may intend it to be. Or even as you would want you to be as physical. You're not even that. And this is the part I really want you guys to really grasp. You get that? Fuck everything else I just said, bro. You ain't doing nothing wrong in my book. And that would also bring us to the conversation of what we hear, what I really wanted to talk about. There you go again. I'm already talking about it. It is the thing that we do. The magic is in the doing. Your growth and development is in the doing. You know, meaning you had a relationship. How did you know this shit didn't work? In the doing. But what you're also doing in the doing is that you are mastering yourself. Now, this is what I want you to keep in mind. Oh, I'm going in. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. This is going to be different. You know, because I was going to go the route of what I do. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's be chaotic for a minute. So again, I'm saying, like, the way we actually, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why, you know how people do things for the Joneses? Hey, man, I got to get my money, you got to get your money. But at the same time, you wouldn't tell somebody you had to suck somebody else's dick to get this money. Because it wouldn't be a good look on you. So that's the point that I'm saying. So even with you, let's just say, having the world, you still wouldn't be happy. Like, what is it the thing that niggas are saying now? Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Brown, I heard, you know what I'm saying, did this shit for $200 million. Okay, well, cool. I'm not for nor against. I'm trying to get you to understand this. I mean, how popular is this shit? That's why even the P. Diddy like trial, this nigga knew what the fuck he was doing. That's why, and the judge shut it down too early. So he couldn't get the public opinion behind him. Why do you think this nigga is not out on motherfucking jail? I mean on bail. This nigga gonna stay in jail, nigga. But if it happens, like whatever the fuck, don't take my words for it. I'm trying to get you to see beyond what things look like. And that is also your essence. But the more you know who you are, the better you'll be at understanding this reality. This is why, again, true spirituality cannot be about me showing off my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Hey everybody, I'm very knowledgeable. You know, I use a certain words like what? That don't even fit here. If I use certain words, whatever the fuck, how the fuck I'm saying, yo, the intelligence is reflecting in what is being said, nigga. Not the words that I used, not the word that I wouldn't say this, not the implication of some nigga. By the way, Eddie Murphy said it best. You can't do no fucking curse show. Welcome everybody. Hey, suck my dick, lick my ass. Have a good night. I hope, oh man. Those are my idols, by the way. I'm also showing you too where I got my look from. But our identity intertwines through somebody else's. That's why for me, I have to I have to shine bright. First of all, because of me, but secondly, you know what I'm saying? Because hopefully it would help you to see what you need to work out in yourself. That's why this path is not about you following me. To do what? Now, if you have a question, you want to hang around, that's differently. But to follow me, like, for what, nigga? For what? You have the same shit I got in me. But at the same time, I'm not refuting, the understanding of a guru. That's why some of us, the priests of the community, you know what I'm saying, or even in voodoo, there is a community where we take care of the community. We help it to get in order. And that's what I'm doing. This is not about, what I'm saying, like, the fancy words or how, oh man, like, even bringing that up, I know it's necessary for you to understand. Like, that's stupid in its fucking self. Like I always tell niggas, do you want to sound smart or you want to be smart? Because being smart now, when you being smart, that's why smart niggas play dumb. Let me say this again. If you're being smart, this is not about the Joneses. Smart niggas act dumb. Because they understand, it's not an external shit being smart, nigga. It's not the words that you are using that would define none of that's a turn off. Because, I've been seeing a whole lot of that. And there's some niggas too that I watch. I'm like, you so fake, nigga. Like, nigga, come on, man. But I get it. This is the age of information. Never in my whole life I would thought spirituality would be reduced to that. You know what I'm saying? But then that is also a wood awakening for me, but also a confirmation. Listen, you have to validate this. You are the answer. You don't see it? Well, shit, guess what? I mean, it is what it is. It will just go downhill from here. I could tell you this much. You know what I'm saying? Too wrong don't make a right. If you right, nigga, stand in the right lane. Be right. It's funny. I was having this conversation with a loved one, though. Oh, I had a mouthful of her. And, if you're the one, listen, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be that. You see that commercial like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to show yourself if he does this or that. Nah, man. If you got to do that, you're not that yourself. Because if you that, you'll do it regardless. Beauty is beauty regardless of where it comes from. And if you beauty, if you about your transformation, that's what this shit's going to be. Now, you would understand not to catch your pearls before swine. Just because this is my art, I'm doing this. In fact, this is you truly understand I'm doing this because of me. I mean, if you're not doing it because of you, then what? You need likes? Somebody to say, I agree with you, this is the most agreeable opinion? Then you're doing good? Whereas what you so-called the agreeable, everybody trying to figure it out. This is the battlefield. If a nigga want to tell you about a fucking bitch, guess what? Not even a bitch is like another fucking bitch. Not a nigga's like another nigga. I'm not saying to say that there's no fundamental shit, but what I'm truly saying is, it's like that there is, but it's also more than what it appears to be. But this is why I want to talk about The doing. The magic is in the doing. Now, if you go back to what I was telling you when we talk about I mean, I would love to interview both of these motherfuckers. Michael Jordan and motherfucking Mike Tyson. What are the similarities, nigga? How did you become great? How is that nigga become great? I could see it. Although they have not physically said it, you know, I would love to get both of these motherfuckers in the same room. And I guarantee you, they will say the same thing. They would explore each other, acknowledge each other, respect and love each other. Because a fisherman, a nigga that does the work, you would know another nigga who's doing the work. That's technically what that shit means, nigga. See, my growth and development behind the camera, like depending on what level you on, like for me, I could see other niggas and be like, yo, he's on there. Again, going back to your essence. Why do you need that to grow in life? And what is that growth matter in your life? You drink your calcium milk. You eat your vegetables. You got all the shit that would help your body to grow healthy. But then you need the word of God as well. When you hear a certain sermon, like, listen, like, I know for me, and no shame in my game, like, and in fact, there is so much no shame in my game, I'm trying to open up your fucking horizon. I'm trying to get you to see, nigga, where that shit is, there's a whole lot more all around the world. Man, listen, man. But anyway, I think I'm going to make a part 2. Because this is what my spirit is revealing me. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, when they come through, they do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like certain conversation had to be had. And you know what I'm saying? I did acknowledge it as I was going through it. Listen, man, this is all part of that, anyway, spiritual journey. But anyway, I'm not going to say too much, man. But I have a few last words for you niggas. Not really last words, but some of the last words that would help you to stay connected. What you do for money, you do it badly. And the whole idea of you identifying that part of you is for you to suck in or to acknowledge, like, yo, you know, just like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Napoleon Hill, as a man think. I don't think he was the one that says that, but Napoleon Hill, who had interviewed a lot of rich people, to bring you a set mind, to let you know, technically, listen, life is what you make it. That's what this niggas was telling me. Then now they step outside of the box to help you in the hope that you would elevate and understand the true feelings and the transformation process. Listen, man, I see these niggas, man. Listen, I bow down to niggas like that. Now, this motherfucker, you gotta keep in mind too, it's around the age where racism is very popular. And this nigga is talking about God, this nigga is talking about, yo, you have some white motherfuckers that are some, nigga, listen, man. When you know the truth, you know the truth, man. Do not fall for the fucking okie doke. Don't fall with that fucking, hey, man. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. But anyway, I'm going to have part 2. I want to let you guys know, man. Listen, man, what you do for money, you do it badly. You can never get money by chasing money. What are you offering? And if your job is offering a service, you're just part of what your job is offering. Again, you have neglected the very thing that matters, which is you. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here. What breaks your heart Open up your vision. The remedy of the pain is in the pain. Haitien. Bravo. Male.